Huh.
Hey guys, here's a quick update on this neck blank re-glue up. Okay, as you know, the other one twisted on me. I don't know if there's anything I could have done to keep that from happening. I think sometimes it's just going to do it. It's going to do it. That's the first one that's ever done it to me. So here was the second glue up. You can see I've already done some cutting on it. So it was a 5-piece lamination with the grain, you know, orientations in such a fashion that you know, this piece, both outside pieces were just straight across that way. The middle piece was straight across, and then these two pieces had the same, you know, rift sawn appearance going downhill there, and then this one over here going downhill as well. You can't really see it in the camera, but that's what it's doing. So I let it set for 24 hours, and I'm definitely subscribe to this idea that you want to let your dry glue completely, so that you don't have any swelling in between layers and that sort of thing, that once you mill are going to continue to shrink back and leave you with little divots at the joints, which is possible. So what I did was I laid the neck out. I thought, well, you know, with less mass attached, it will cure quicker, and any moisture in the neck that was brought in from the glue up will dissipate sooner. And I need to keep this thing moving for sure. Anyway, so you can see that I laid the thing out. You see here on the peg head end of things that this is where I'm cut, obviously, this and the bottom. These secondary lines are where the actual peg head is going to be. So I gave myself some room so that if things went south on me, I'd have room to adjust. I did the same thing. Now the top of the neck is the top of the neck, although it could be, could certainly be milled. There's plenty of room for that. This bottom line, if I can find my finger in the camera, there it is. This bottom line is where the neck ought to cut if you're going from this side. So I left ample room there as well. Now back here, same thing. So I've got more thickness than required by about another 1/2 inch, and then over here in the heel area, same thing. This piece right here is the line, and this of course is where I just rough cut well away from the line. So I have plenty of room to change things if I need to. Now once I cut that, I also ran the top, just took a real light cut in the joiner. I've talked about this before, and it's open both sides of a piece of wood so that it has even air intake or outtake. Okay, if you're going to absorb moisture or you're going to lose moisture in a piece of wood, you want to do it evenly. When you don't do it evenly is when it cups. A good example of that, which I didn't film, but I had run one of the top or the back of the 335 through the sander, and I had only sanded one face of that, and I sat the board down for a minute and I turned around and it had a hump in it, and it's 3/4 of an inch thick. So that's pretty surprising to me. So I immediately took it back through the sander on the side that I hadn't sanded yet, and then I stood it up against the edge of the bench and just let it acclimate for a minute, and it flattened itself out. So there's definitely something to the idea that if you are going to work, sand, mill, whatever, one side of a piece of wood, you need to do the other side so it gets that even, humidity, moisture, whatever. So another thing here real quick. Obviously I'm not working on this right now. I'm waiting for it to dry. I'm as far as I want to go on the body until I catch up with the neck, so I'm just kind of screwed here. You lose a big chunk. Back up a little bit here. You lose a big chunk of wood here. Now you may have noticed when I was laying out the other piece, or I may not have videoed that, I don't remember. I had a long enough piece of mahogany to take about a 4-inch cut and make it longer, and then be able to overlap the neck blank when you lay it out, so that basically the heel comes past the peg head, and and then the peg head on this end tucks in here. So you end up getting 2 blanks out of one piece of wood, but you don't have that kind of waste. You still have waste, of course, Now, I opted not to do that because I had enough of a piece of 8/4 mahogany, or probably 9/4. It's actually 2 1/8 inches thick mahogany left to do, get a body out of, or another neck blank. So I didn't want to take the extra length to get this neck right now, just because I didn't want to deplete my inventory quite like that. Now there's, I'm sure, still something I can do with this, but I don't know. Mandolin neck. Now I got to build a mandolin. Dang. Anyway, so I do want to report that I cut this piece out of here. Spent a few hours, several hours now, and I laid it on my saw, and I've gotten so far I've gotten absolutely no movement. So I'm very happy about that. Thanks. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. Guys, take it easy, and thanks for watching.